First Nocturne. Lesson from the Book of Wisdom. I myself also am a mortal man, like all others, and of the race of him that was first made of the earth, and in the womb of my mother I was fashioned to be flesh. In the time of 10 months I was compacted in blood, of the seed of man, and the pleasure of sleep concurring. And being born I drew in the common air, and fell upon the earth, that is made alike, and the first voice which I uttered was crying, as all others do. I was nursed in swaddling clothes, and with great cares. For none of the kings had any other beginning of birth. For all men have one entrance into life, and the like going out. Wherefore I wished, and understanding was given me. And I called upon God, and the spirit of wisdom came upon me. And it preferred her before kingdoms and thrones, and esteemed riches nothing in comparison of her. Neither did I compare unto her any precious stone. For all gold in comparison of her is as a little sand, and silver in respect to her shall be counted as clay. I loved her above health and beauty, and chose to have her instead of light, for her light cannot be put out. Now all good things commito me together with her, and innumerable riches through her hands, and I rejoiced in all these. For this wisdom went before me, and I knew not that she was the mother of them all, which I have learned without guile, and communicate without envy, and her riches I hide not. For she is an infinite treasure to men, which they that use, become the friends of God, being commended for the gift of discipline. Second Nocturne. Lesson from St. John Eudes. John was born in the year 1601, of pious and respectable parents, at a village commonly known as Rhe, in the diocese of Sees. While still a boy, when he was fed with the bread of angels, he cheerfully made a vow of perpetual chastity. Having been received at the College of Caen, directed by the Fathers of the Society of Jesus, he was conspicuous for a remarkable piety, and, committing himself to the protection of the Virgin Mary, when still a youth he signed with his own blood the special covenant he had entered into with her. Having completed his courses of letters and of philosophy with great distinction, and having spurned opportunities of marriage which had been arranged for him, he enrolled himself with the congregation of the Oratory de Barreau, and was ordained priest at Paris. He was on fire with a marvelous love towards his neighbor, for he took the most constant pains in caring for both the souls and bodies of those smitten with the Asiatic plague in many different places. He was made rector of the Oratory and House at Caen, but since he had been thinking for a long time of educating suitable young men for the ministry of the Church, earnestly asking for the divine assistance, with a brave spirit he most regretfully departed from the associates with whom he had lived for 20 years. Accordingly, associating 5 priests with himself, in the year 1643, on the feast day of the Annunciation of the Blessed Virgin Mary, he founded a congregation of priests, to whom he gave the most holy names of Jesus and Mary, and opened the first seminary at Caen, and a great many others followed immediately in Normandy and Brittany, also founded by him. For the recalling of sinful women to a Christian life, he founded the Order of Our Lady of Charity, of which most noble tree, the Congregation of the Good Shepherd of Angers, is a branch. Furthermore, he founded the Society of the Admirable Heart of the Mother of God, and other charitable institutions. He was the author of many excellent treatises, and labored as an apostolic missionary to the very end of his life, preaching the gospel in very many villages, towns, and cities, and even in the royal court. His matchless zeal was very conspicuous in promoting the salutary devotion towards the most sacred hearts of Jesus and Mary, whose liturgical worship he was the first of all to devise, although not without some divine inspiration. He is therefore held to be the father, the teacher, and the apostle of that worship. Courageously withstanding the doctrines of the Jansenists, he preserved unalterable obedience towards the chair of Peter, and he constantly prayed to God, both for his enemies as well as for his brethren. Broken by so many labors, rather than by years, desiring to be freed and to be with Christ, on the 19th day of August, 1680, frequently repeating the sweet names of Jesus and Mary, he died in peace. As he became illustrious by many miracles, Pope Pius X added him to the list of the blessed, and as he still shone forth with new signs and wonders, Pope Pius XI, in the Holy Year and on the day of Pentecost, placed him among the saints, and extended his office and Mass to the universal Church. Third Nocturne. From the Holy Gospel according to Luke. At that time Jesus said unto his disciples, Let your loins be girded about, and your lights burning, and ye yourselves like unto men that wait for their Lord, when he will return from the wedding, that when he cometh and knocketh, they may open unto him immediately. Blessed are those servants, whom the Lord when he cometh shall find watching. Verily I say unto you, that he shall gird himself, and make them to sit down to meat, and will come forth and serve them. And if he shall come in the second watch, or come in the third watch, and find them so, blessed are those servants. And this know, that if the goodman of the house had known what hour the thief would come, he would have watched, and not have suffered his house to be broken through. Be ye therefore ready also, for the Son of Man cometh at an hour when ye think not. Homily by Pope Saint Gregory the Great. Dearly beloved brethren, the words of the Holy Gospel, which have just been read, lie open before you, and, lest their very plainness should make them seem to some to be hard, we will go through them with such shortness as that neither may they which understand not remain unenlightened, nor they which understand be wearied. The Lord saith, Let your loins be girded about. Now, we gird our loins about, when by continency we master the lustful inclination of the flesh. But, forasmuch as it sufficeth not for a man to abstain from evil deeds, if he strive not to join thereto the earnest doing of good works, it is immediately added, and your lights burning. Our lights burn when, by good works, we give bright example to our neighbor. Concerning which works the Lord saith, Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works, and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Here, then, are two commandments, to gird our loins about, and to keep our lights burning, the cleanness of purity in our body, and the light of the truth in our works. Whoso hath the one and not the other, pleaseth not thereby our Redeemer. That is, he pleaseth him not which doth good works, but bridleth not himself from the pollutions of lust, neither he which is eminent in chastity, but exerciseth not himself in good works. Neither is chastity a great thing without good works, nor good works anything without chastity. And if any man do both, it remaineth that he must look by hope toward our fatherland above, and not have for his reason wherethrough he turneth himself away from vice, the love of honor in this present world. And ye yourselves like unto men that wait for their Lord, when he will return from the wedding, that, when he cometh and knocketh, they may open unto him immediately. The Lord cometh at the hour of judgment, he knocketh when, by the pains of sickness, he biddeth us know that death is nigh. To him open we immediately, if we receive him in love. Whoso feareth to leave this body, will not open to the judge when he knocketh, for he dreadeth to see that judge, whom he knoweth that he hath despised. But whosoever knoweth that his hope and works are built upon a good foundation, when he heareth the judge knock, openeth to him immediately. For to such an one that coming is blessed, yea, when the hour of death is at hand, such an one haileth with gladness a glorious reward.